We are live during the most wonderful time here in Vietnam, which is the Lunar New Year. And it's so amazing because pretty much everything is so quiet and people are shut down. It's just walking the neighborhoods. Um, and this is not my first time of getting to know where so many things are, but I'm learning a lot. Like it's a hip hop class right there. Would not have known that. But anyway, hi y'all. Shout out to a Lunar New Year in Vietnam. I cannot stress enough how Vietnam is literally one of my favorite countries. I love it so much. So much. I wish they had a longer visa opportunity for U.S. passport holders. I hear they're working on it. I think they're going to do something because Vietnam's economy is growing, their tourism is growing. Hey, non-pressure, Crystal, what's up? Hey, long time no hear. Thank you. This is my baby. This is Adore, aka Dory. Say hi, Adore. She get it. She don't get it. I say, girl, you white. I'm not. You can't lick me in my mouth. She's like, but I'm just a little white girl. I don't know no better. This is Dory. She's a toy poodle. She'll be 4 months in just a couple days. Mm. She's so smart. It's like having a 2 year old. When I tell you, Adore is like having a 2 year old. I crack up so hard with her. I go, are, are you human? Yeah, no. But I picked her for many reasons. I picked up a poodle in particular because of their very high intelligence. Um, excuse me. Uh, their trainability. I picked a toy poodle because I don't want to be burdened with carrying an animal, you know, and carrying, backpacks and a rolling suitcase and things like that because I'm a traveler and I'm a woman of a particular age. Listen, do y'all know I'm gonna be 58 this year? What the hell? Are you crazy? I love what are you doing? Traveling the world. Yes, I am. I'm in Vietnam. Went to Thailand next month. We're going. I don't want to reveal our next. Step up. Our next. Isn't that gorgeous right there, you all? You see the river? Well, that's a river, and those are mountains. Can you see that? And I don't even live near the beach. The beach is 2 kilometers that way. uh, and I live in a neighborhood that very much reminds me of when I lived in Mexico. I tend, pardon me, I tend to purposely choose neighborhoods that are not super trendy or right up in the middle of everything. I did that when I first got here. Um, in order to see what it was all about. Get to the whoopie whoop and the doopie doo, honey. If you ever come to Natron, which is like the Miami, a little Miami, it's a coastal town. It's much smaller than Da Nang. I love it. I love it. I'm actually going to a even smaller coastal beach town. Where are we going next month? hmm We're going next month. It's halfway between the city. Oh, bless you, baby. The city, bless you, baby. Between the city I'm in now and the name, I can't wait. We're gonna go for 3 weeks. Yeah, because we're gonna go for 3 weeks to see if we love it. Because it's only like no, it's a 3 hour train ride, which is easy. She and I, when I got her in Hanoi. Let me. I'm gonna turn. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't think about coming on this is a busy street and all the cars. I'm gonna go on the quieter street where there's no one, and the noise will reduce. So I apologize. I went to go get her in Hanoi, which is what was it? An hour flight? I don't know. It was not far. I think it's the capital city. No, I think Ho Chi Minh, which was used to be Saigon. So anyway, big city in Vietnam. I had did some research. I researched the place. I love my neighborhood so much. You probably can't see it, but I was. It's so wonderful, y'all. There's something to be said about being somewhere where you always feel safe and you know that no one ever is here to harm you. You know what I'm saying? There's something. I was walking the other day and I was thinking about the movie and the term waiting to exhale. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I get that in terms of, I guess, waiting for some dude, but the fuck does that got to do with anything? But I remember like exhaling a few times, just showing my soul, showing its absolute contentment. Having this puppy has taught me a lot as well. Puppies or dogs do an exhale, and they tell you when you have dogs what the exhales mean. And there's times when your dog will just go, and they're just that's them letting you know they are so content. Like when she gets up on my neck and her little space baby, she's like, right. There's something about look at this family. Can you see them on the bike? Can you see the little family on the bike behind me? See, it's that kind of thing, right? It's mothers and fathers and babies, and because it's the Lunar New Year, the families are out and about, and she and I have been out walking and we went to the park and there was families taking pictures. Yesterday we spent the day at the beach. And when I say families, I'm not talking about a mama and a daddy. No, I'm talking about a mama, a daddy, a grandmother, a grandfather, very much like the Indian families where it's the generations that are together. And I will say this, I give a lot of shit to, the whole patriarchal system. I do think marriage is just absolute bondage for women, that the begetting through the body is the great sin that no one talks about because to be born is to die and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, maybe that's not writing the book. I got some strong feelings about why I don't think the portal of the woman's vagina is being utilized in the way it ought to be. It's being overutilized and destroyed, and that's why the earth is in the condition it's in. Anyway, because the earth is the body is the earth. They're the same goddamn thing. We can't see that. That's why we keep destroying the earth. We're destroying ourselves. We destroy our bodies. We destroy ourselves. Anywho, with that being said, it's quite and has been, and I kind of felt this somewhat in Mexico, but Mexico has a very much a Catholic domineering society, and I knew about a lot of the domestic violence, so to speak. So my rose-colored glasses wasn't on as good there. I will say this though. It seems I can't quantify. I don't fucking know. I'm not in these people's marriages. I can't say if the women are happy, if the children seem unhappy, but they seem quite fucking content. I was like, nigga, if I had two children with a emotionally unavailable, I trauma bonded with a nigga, stayed married for 30 years, you feel me? What could we have done if we had like real support, if our mothers and our fathers weren't destroyed, and everyone was there to support and nurture, and everyone loves the children everywhere, like. The videos I took, God, I can't even explain how much different the world is every fucking where else but in America. I mean, at this point, I've been to what 11 countries. I'm not bullshitting you guys. Whether I've been in Europe, which is a socialistic society, whether I've been in Vietnam, which is a capitalist, pardon me, a communist society, America, which is capitalist. Let me tell you, America. is very not good. And I say that in a way that is not to disparage Americans, right? But I am speaking from that same lens or worldview of what America was created for, that it is a great experiment. It was founded by Freemasons and Jesuits to do just what it's doing. It's an empire. It's had its run. It's 250 years. It's purposely being destroyed. I mean, it's a playbook right now. I mean, the setup for the new civil war is crazy. The setup that that country is been doing in the minds of their male citizenry, particularly the white male citizenry, they have set him up for the whoopty whoop. They just set the white man up so fucked up in his mind, and he has been fed nothing but violence and uh, um, violence and vice, right? He's been given everything, the fat of the land, the fat of the beef, the fat of the pig, the best of everything to the point where he is gluttonous now and must do what every gluttonous destructive force does because it has nothing else to do when it's eating everything. It eats itself. When I see a different country, right? I don't know if you all know what the Tet Offensive is, what happened in 1968 during the Lunar New Year, but this is when Vietnam surprised America and whooped their ass. This little coastal country beat big bad America. And what America did to Vietnam, to the Vietnam people, a lot of Americans, we don't understand. What's the book? The great book, We Are the Bad Guys. We don't understand that when we quote unquote celebrate our Vietnam vets, 9 times out of 10, these people were incentivized to murder women and children in cold blood and did so. Not only that, at the same time, the actual government conspired together to create something called the Golden Triangle in Southeast Asia, where they were doing nothing but stealing and robbing and killing to create a drug trade, opioids, heroin in particular, for the sole purpose to hook American soldiers, hello, and destroy generations. Do you see what I'm saying? And yet you have white men proudly, proudly serving in these institutions of dominance, whether they're in fraternal order of police structures or armed military, things of that nature. They're being paid with the wage of whiteness, the wage of vice, and the wage of violence. I'm going to be going to be doing a live where I'm going to do a visual. I'm getting into the AI visual. It's helping with my learning disability. I've had a hard time getting my projects out of my head and out of my heart out into the public. I think it's my gift and my whatever it is. I'm calling it a gift, and I'm saying that now is my time to do and be able to create. And maybe it maybe AI and me had to catch up, and maybe not only just me, right? People of my generation, but my I'll be able to visually talk more about what I'm talking about. This nation, America, glorifies violence and incentivize the violent. So many times we don't even understand that how these crimes are being committed. And the the Jeremy Einstein, you know who I'm talking about. Those emails reveal the level of clandestine shenanigans going on. What many people don't want to deal with is that so many of your police officers and your military have already sold out to the great brotherhoods that they're a part of. Secret societies run this world, y'all. They do. They do. It's real. It's true. They come in so many different names. Everybody wants to be a part of a group. I mean, this is old psychology. Old psychology. But we'll get into it. But here in Vietnam, I must say, it's these are a proud people. They're very family oriented. They love each other, and they're so calm. Like people ask me all the time why I feel so comfortable on the back of the scooters. I'm like, because everyone's taking care of everybody. Like nobody anywhere is driving recklessly. It's one of the things I noticed about being in Bangkok when I went there. Was a total difference in uh, the culture. The grabs there, first of all, they don't even care if you wear a helmet. Okay, you're not getting on a grab out here without a helmet. If you don't have one, they're going to give it, and you will put it on. Number two, there's a lot more cars in Bangkok. There's hardly that many cars like that here. And people were speeding in Bangkok. People were not speeding. Humanity's pride to believe in God, prophets, patriarchs, apostles, and the Messiah, biblical basis, Daniel. Yeah, the whole Bible thing, even if everybody believed in the Bible and did everything the Bible said do, the world would still be fucked up because the Bible tells people to do fucked up shit. The Bible tells people to do fucked up shit. Matter of fact, hell, the Bible seems to be the playbook that these motherfuckers is going by, truth be told. Especially if you get into gematria and numerology and the book of Revelations and the Jesuits and how these Mac attackers, how that's oh, so here's the thing. Because the church is hiding so much information, so many documents, the church must always be questioned and can never be trusted. Period, point blank. Period. I don't believe in no supernatural book. No, because these motherfuckers are lying, and there's too many hidden books. There's 53 miles under the Vatican, they say, of hidden, not hidden, but of a library. 53 miles worth of documentation, stolen and hidden from other people. Here's my supposition. If I have a society, this is my little city, this is my little world right here, right? And in my world, all my people know who is they know what God is, who God is, they know how to be born, they know how to die, they know what their purpose is, they know what the life mission is, and then someone comes and invades my little world. They steal all my books that taught all my people this. They kill all the men that know all this knowledge. They rape all the women. They kill them, the older ones. They take the children, and then they raise those children with a different reality and steal all the books and the knowledge. My question to you is the information still supposed to be known if it was already known? The answer is yes. See, the blood remembers, and that's why they wanted and have always cut us off from our lineages and our grandparents and our grandparents and our grandparents and our knowing. Happy New Year! You're so cute. Little boys just waved at me, and I did the same thing back. They're so happy. They do. They get so excited when they see us. They really love the baby. But anyway, so yeah, I got sidetracked because I was loving on the people. Yeah, the Bible. I do and can appreciate so much of it. I do understand now that it's a book about us. I didn't know that before. Oh my gosh! Once I got that, it made so much things make sense. I couldn't for the life of me understand. Oh, here we go. I'm always walking, and when I'm walking in dogs, see there's some dogs right there. If there's too many big dogs, I just turn around. That's what I'm about to do. Turn around and put her in her little thingy. All right, Mama, we're going back in. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna put the baby. Oh, there's a bench right there. We're gonna put her back in her carrier so that we can get home past these damn dogs. Whew. I turned the corner earlier today and there was three dogs. And one of them, and I saw him just in time, one of them stood and I had her like this. And her carrier is right back here. When I tell you he was coming at me kind of hard, like he was trying to follow me, and I saw him in my rear view. Honey, before that dog knew it, I had flipped this mother tucking bag into my hand and had gripped it. And I had her like this, and I was because we're animals too. We are animals too, and we have to. If we know how to give off the right signal, it works. But when I tell you, I started spinning off that motherfucking pheromone, that mama bear shit. I wrapped that bag in my hand. I said, dog, I want you to know, bitch, I'm from South Central LA, nigga. I will fight you like a nigga out here. Let me tell you, so fat before I knew it, I had flipped this bag off me. You see how slow I'm taking to do it now? No, goddamn it. And I did it one hand. I did it one handed. And next thing I know, I had this bag like this. I was like, I will beat your fucking ass, dog. If you try and get my baby, baby, I was cracking myself. I said, "Oh, this dog don't even know it's about to go down. This dog don't even know." Okay, let me turn this around so we can put her up. Hey, say, poo poo. Hey, say hi, everybody. Come on. Uh-oh. So people. See, this is you can't trust people. You can't trust them. Now she doesn't do that at home. She would never. She wouldn't jump off the bed if I gave her a milk bone. But she did that shit outside. She's showing out for y'all. Oh, she's showing out for y'all. Welcome back, D. Love you, girl. Keep talking that talk. I will. Thank you, Infinity Rain. You're so sweet. Thank you for that encouragement. Yeah, it's been tough. Like I said earlier in my earlier video, there's a part of me that's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad the world found I've caught up because it's dark. It's dark, it's deep, and it's heavy. When you really grasp the nature of this this matrix, when you really start to get into the shits of it, that's why I call my show Back from Crazy, bitch. It will send you to crazy. It will you will literally go crazy. You must. You know why? Because everything you think you know is a lie. Everything you think you know is not real. That's the whole story of the Matrix, right? I tell you all the time my favorite scene in the Matrix, one of them is Neo on his way to see the Oracle. He's talking to Trinity, and as they're passing a coffee shop, he goes, "Oh, that's funny. I used to." And then he stops himself, and Trinity goes, "What?" And he doesn't fucking say it, but you know what he's thinking. He's thinking he was about to say, "I used to go there every day for coffee." Then he realized I wasn't going no fucking where. I was plugged into a goddamn pod. It was a computer simulation coursing through my veins with propaganda and nonsense, right? Hijacked my fluids, right? Everything going into my body, everything coming out was produced by the machines. So no, Neo hadn't actually been going any goddamn way. You see, that is the reality of, you see, going beyond the red pill. And Morpheus telling Neo, no one can be told what the Matrix is. To this day, to this, you can't convince me, nigga. I know. And the people who have really been unplugged, they know. They know. They recognize each other. Everybody else is a potential threat for the lady in the red dress. And that's a very lonely life. It's a very lonely life. That's why there was only a few people on the Nebuchadnezzar. You feel me? Or the who did Baron Coleman call it? The Nebuchadnezzar, whatever the fuck. That white man is hilarious. Anyway, so yeah, shout out to the Lunar New Year here in Vietnam. I really respect the Vietnamese people. Um, Ironically or unironically, because I love the divine and I love how my life is unfolding, outfolding. 40 years ago, and I mean exactly, I was focused like nobody's business to complete my senior paper, and my senior paper was about the Vietnam War for my English class. It was I spent my time at my recruiter's office typing because of course I'd already dipped in and I was soon to graduate and go to boot camp. But anywho, ski, it was so in depth, and I've always been an incredible history buff, and I've always had this. I loved, of course, I'm sure I was 17 and a patriot, and what the heck did I know? I'm sure I focused on the 500,000 American lives that were lost. Uh, but Of course, now I know there's untold millions of Vietnamese, innocent Vietnamese, that were just destroyed, still being destroyed. We don't even, the effects of Agent Orange, for instance, it's still felt to this day. Vietnam still has hospitals dedicated to the children born with defects from Agent Orange and napalm. And just, man, when I tell you the shit, yo, we are the bad guys, y'all. That's it. The Jeffrey Epstein, the Jeremy Einstein emails said one very clear thing that said it all to me. The very people that should be protesting have already been paid off by Jay Z, baby. Uh, all they care about is white women and fancy cars, or bitches and hoes and money and shaking ass. That was so profound that if you know, you know, because it's the most realest thing that's in those files. The very people, the very heart, the very soul, the very priesthood of the Most High in the flesh, walking the earth is the melanated body, and yet it has been disgraced, desecrated, and turned into a worshiper of everything that is against the Most High, which is unheard of in my entire lifetime. I'm only going to be 58. I was born in 68. A profound, powerful year for Vietnam, a powerful year for America, a powerful year in the lifetime of the Gen Xers, right? Like we were raised on all this weird ass trauma, the assassinations, the post Malcolm X, the I remember the heroin addict epidemic. You see what I'm saying? I remember I watched a prostitute be revived after ODing on a kitchen floor as a child by someone putting ice in her vagina. I remember watching people putting salve on their arms to take care of the track marks. See, I grew up in a time when hoeing was an honorable profession. My aunts and mamas and sisters and everybody was a hoe. Everybody made money whoring, and your husband's was, some of them were at home with the children because maybe he couldn't work, but you could. See, there's a whole world before the internet that exists. And our people have been surviving in this world within a world, shout out to Inception, for a very long time. And this world has been working very hard to get us to stop relying on our innate ability to create something from nothing. They want us to what? Rely on them. That's why the fiat currency says what? In God we trust. In God, what God? Who do they trust in? Who and what do they trust in? And how did they convince us to trust in it? It's amazing when you realize that your most favorite people have sold you out. They have taken chunks and chunks of money, fame, prestige, whatever you want to call it, whether it's in sports, quote unquote, which ain't nothing but entertainment. It's all rigged, it's all nonsense. I'll be going further than that in my later videos. Your singers, your dancers, it's a lot of them are not even that talented compared to the other people. There's a lot of talented people on this earth. A lot of people have gifts, but a lot of people have said no. A lot of people have walked away. A lot of people walked away and they didn't even really know what they were walking away from. A lot of people were protected. A lot. See, I don't believe in everything in this book. That book, because that book is it don't make a lot of sense. I got a lot of questions. And I feel like as a child of the Most High, I got every right to ask it because what child don't ask fucking questions? That would make the Most High a dumbass parent, right? So we're gonna be doing a lot of questioning of the Most High. We're gonna be going through why there's so many issues in this world, and a lot of it has to do with just the basis of the bedrock of our belief systems, right? Now that you see the world you're living in and what these people really believe, you can start to really peel back the onion of the matrix, right? Since you cannot be told what it is, you must be shown what it is. You have to take that pill. Morpheus mentions three things, and if you don't question these three things and unplug and or at least objectively objectively try and deconstruct these three institutions, then yeah, it's hard to unplug, and not everybody wants to. Another line from the Matrix that I love, which is he apologizes to Neo. He says, "We have a policy. We don't go and try and free these old ass minds." See, so many of us, it's so hard. That's why the boomers are done. The boomers are dead, bitch. You can't even tell a boomer nothing. Why? Because the television was invented in their lifetime. They are the most indoctrinated, and then would come us. We, though, depends on who we are. I got a lot of indoctrination, but shout out to my very weird existence. I got shuffled around so much that music was more of my medium of escape and books. Television, not so much. I did watch television. I'm very much, into movies and things. But even to this day, there's whole swaths of pop culture, particularly in the quote unquote black community, that I'm telling you, I am not a part of. I'm not even close to the frequency of. There's music. There's, oh my God, swaths of Black Americana that I just don't the fuck know anything about. Okay, that's that nerd shit. So there's a nerd component to, uh, you know, waking up. And when you take the pill, it's about when you go to school, when you go to church, and when you pay your taxes. When you realize what those things are, they are not just givens. They are not things that you just have to do, supposed to do. Like, bro, this whole world has correct, as I said, I saw correct by Crystal. Hey, Crystal. So I said that this world has convinced us to give up total autonomy of our actual bodies to the state, especially melanated bodies. It's insane. I think about my own self, how many times I've turned my body over to the state voluntarily, or turned my essence, my selfness, woo, when you realize the fucking power of no, and how you can always tell this system no to kiss your monkey ass. They can't make your living, breathing, walking, talking self do a goddamn thing, right? Anyway, I digress. We'll get into all that. We'll get into, we're going to be getting into these in the upcoming shows. Again, shout out to the AI tools that I'm going to be using, that I've been blessed to come into contact with. I am looking for a producer or an editor, somebody who believes in me, believes in my gifts. I can't pay you right now, but as soon as we get it popping, you will get paid. I have everything needed to, propose to a potential. Plus, you already kind of see my um, content, but I do have my storyboards and things, and I'm going to be doing it on my own for a while. So hopefully, someone will go, you know what? Let me help Miss D. So that's like, whew. Somebody's like, you know what? I could take your content, girl. I want to do some docu. What is it? The voiceovers. There's some points in connecting of the dots that I see unique, that I have never seen anybody else cover. Hey Crystal, I really miss your inside. It was refreshing. Hey Biddy, go off. You'll succeed. I wish I had. Oh, you all are so sweet. Thank you for the encouragement. Rah rah, us. We're awesome. Um, I'm so funny. I'm so all I'm doing is just walking around my neighborhood because I'm live with y'all and we ain't home yet. But I was also waiting to get these dogs. Okay, they're gone. Okay, so anyway, you see how quiet, but it's super super quiet because it's the New Year. Everything is closed, but it's just so. It's always like this, y'all. So anyway, there's something to be said about being safe and feeling safe. And shout out to Vietnam and it's New Year. Um, I have. Go ahead, homie. Oh hell no, Nicholas. You see, but they're cool. They're like the dogs in Mexico. I used to say that all the time when people would ask me. Do I feel safe in Mexico? I used to be like, nigga, they dogs ain't even aggressive. They dogs would be like, what's up? Them dogs don't even bark. I'm like, cause it's hot. Them dogs is like, you're not about to be doing nothing. So yeah, that's my little neighborhood. Shout out to here. Vietnam, if you don't know, is one of the most economically sound places in the world. In the world. Um, I live very well. My rent is less than $300 US. Yeah. By the time I throw in my electricity, my internet, all of that, it comes to about 300 because it's like 265. My cell phone, what does my cell phone come to a month? What's 100? Maybe 10. Well, $10 a month. Transportation comes to about 50. I'm gonna say because I take Grabs or Maxim, which is a cheaper version. I love stuff like that. I love that. Like the friends that I've made, the local people, they tell me things. Oh, cool. I'll sit right here. I'm trying to get my key out. One of the things that one of the young men that I've befriended told me was, he's like, "Oh no, when you come back, it's something cheaper than Grab." And I was like, "Really?" Let me sit here for a minute, y'all. Oh my goodness. Now I will say this. I realize crazy shit. I realize how fucking big I am as an American. Like, or just how big I am. Like, these motherfuckers right here. I'm 5'7". These long ass. Look at this. Look at this table in my leg, bitch. It's small shit like that I notice. I'll be like, I'm a giant. I swear. I'll be like, oh my god. Anyway, I'm just trying to get my key out to my apartment. That happens quite a bit. Not just with benches, but all sorts of stuff. I'd be like, girl, I'm big. Hey, Desi. Oh, boom. Okay. I got it. I got it. I had to get my key out. I got it. And guess what I can feel, y'all? A couple of raindrops. Oh, that's perfect. Oh my God. Oh, it's just a little couple of raindrops. Oh, that's beautiful, y'all. So yeah. Um, happy Lunar New Year from Vietnam. I love you all so much. Um, I hope that we can get a show done this evening. If it's not completely ready to broadcast, I will at least have it scheduled. Okay. So I love you. Hey, Lauren, I love you. Hey, I'm glad to see you. Yeah, I'm home. We've been out walking and we had a coffee and a tea and just getting some steps in, honey, because I have been sitting up. I've been drinking too many birds at the beach. I ain't lying. You know how you meet friends? Well, I be making friends with the service people. And when they see me coming, the little beach guy, he sets up a little table and a chair. He sets me right there. And I don't think like, who's this little brown girl? I sit my little self down, honey. And for what? A beer is 45 cents. Bitch, I be about two, three of them in. Next thing you know, I be singing to myself. Anyway, let's give them some things.